So it's early and we're on our way to Indiana. I've got to go pick up my load, which is on a drop trailer over here on the north side of 90. One of these warehouses over here. So we'll get that picked up, and hopefully it's not too much of a cluster. We'll find out when we get there. Sat here, got the truck washed this morning just in time to watch the lightning show. So hopefully it stays clean more than an hour this time. Yeah. Looks like they're getting ready to open the gate. I was gonna see if the gate back there was open, but it is not. They claim they're open at 6:30, but I saw that was a lark. So yeah. Get these people out here that act like it's their first day. So first one right there. There it is. Oh. So what I usually do over here is hook everything up, get the air going, then go in and get my paperwork. That's better. Go and get my paperwork, and then when I come out, the thing's all aired up and I can slide the tandems a lot easier. You can see it looks pretty good here, but mark my words, as the air starts building back up, it'll go a bit further north. At least it should. Well, that was painful, but I got my paperwork. They got a brand new system that's supposed to make everything more efficient, but it makes things take 3 times longer than it should. Okay, well, that's alarming. If we actually have as much in the box as it says we do, we're going to be back. Huh. Well, I guess we'll just slide and ride this thing and see what happens. I had to pull the pins here. Make sure the pins are out. Make sure the seal matches before I take off. 1965. All right. Get up in here and get this thing slid, and then we'll be out of here. This is one of those deals where you have to remember that we're back down, so it's going to show a lot lighter on the air gauge than it really is. So I fear we may have moved it too far, but we'll get it scaled out. Got to make one stop on the way down there, and I really ain't excited about it, but I've got to go by the head shed, mothership, whatever y'all want to call it, drop some paperwork off. And I know I'm going to get sucked into doing some safety training while I'm there, because, well, I get sucked into doing safety training every time I go there. But even as a owner-operator, I still get a little bit of a bonus for that, so hey, why not? If you make these people happy, they tend to leave you alone, at least on that front. So we got about a half hour and we'll be there, and then we'll be on our way. This thing is popping on and off. The sensor's going out, but good grief, every time it dings, man, it makes you jump. Which I suppose isn't a bad thing, but gonna have to get a new sensor put in that. I brought enough cleaner through here. That fuel system should be dry as the Sahara. So it's the sensor. Well, I'm here. I gotta go drop off some paperwork, change my shirt. You always go in clean. So we'll get this taken care of and we'll see you in a bit. Well, we got done. Gotta check fifth wheel real quick. Let's do a real quick check here. All right. Let's check this trailer now that we've actually got the air all built up. All right, we're just shy of 32. So what I'm gonna do now is take off. We're gonna go down and scale this thing down here in outside of Yankton, whatever that TA is, the coffee cup. And we're gonna test it, and the suspension load still hasn't moved at all, so that looks good. So let's get out of here. All my safety stuff done. I had to get my permit book updated. We're good, so let's get going. So we just got scaled here. Let's see what this guy's doing. Gotta wait for these guys. They're coming around the corner. So let's run in here and grab a ticket. And we'll see how close we really were. So, yeah. Alright, well, we got our scale ticket. It's actually pretty good. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. Oh, hey, that went out. Yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. It's running a little light, but not too bad. That's why on a lot of these, unless you actively check it and set them yourself, if you've got these right ways, you've got to check them from time to time. What did that say? 32.7, so it's about almost 1,000 pounds off according to that. So that'll get you in trouble. So let's get going. So we rolled out of the TA there in Burbank, South Dakota, headed down 29, and eventually ended up cutting across 20 here. It was a nice drive, but decided to take 20 on over to 35 and just kind of relax and just kind of cut the stress, you know. So it was a nice drive. It rained, and I knew my truck wash was for nothing, but it rained just long enough to screw it up. But yeah, got over to 35 and just had to head to the next rest area and just take a break. Traffic picked up, but it wasn't too bad, and we got shut down for the half hour, so yeah, wasn't too bad. So we're taking a break. I'm gonna sit here and I gotta pop the hood, just check the underneath because of that water light. I know it's a sensor, but you still gotta make sure. It's been raining and raining and raining. There could be a lot of water in these tanks, so let me go check this and we'll get back on the road. It actually looks pretty good. It's the sensor. I forgot which one it is. I think it's that one, but I'll take care of it. Let's check the oil real quick. Ooh, that's hot. Yep, we're good. And that's the ground. Sitting here trying to do things one-handed. So everything else looks good, so let's button this thing back up and let's get back on the road. This is still looking pretty good. It's normal for this to be a little dark as they age. You just want to make sure there's nothing floating in it, and there doesn't seem to be any. Don't ever bother trying to clean one of those out. Those things are so cheap that it's better to just basically buy one with Has a new sensor and everything in it. Just buy a new one. Throw the old one away. Just better that way. Well, it is beautiful today. It's a little overcast, 69 degrees, giggity. And we're taking the backwoods down into Illinois, so that ought to be nice. Let's get going. Well, the drive to Des Moines just really sucks, but it always sucks. But we got down to Des Moines and cut over and ended up on Iowa 163 and took that all the way down to Ottumwa, where it runs into US 34, and took 34 all the way across to Monmouth and Galesburg, and hook up with 74. Just a really nice, stress-free day. It's worth the trip. It's some beautiful country, and Illinois is a beautiful place, you know. It really actually is. So it had a really nice, beautiful drive. Well, we made it here to Monmouth. We're here at the Loves. So, yay. We're gonna put about 80 gallons on here and take off. We got, how much time we got? We got 2 hours and 40 minutes left for today. So let's get this done and see how far we make it. Let's see. Yeah, we were getting down there. We're just gonna do one tank. So there's a Godfather's here, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just hoping they got some chicken wings. I don't need any more pizza. That pizza I had at lunch, that was a horrible idea. I got it this morning. Horrible idea. Had to go back and restart it. It just turned off there for a minute, so weird. We're getting there, but I think I'm just going to let it run all the way till it clicks. Well, my surcharge said I could put 82 gallons in, and this is where it stopped. My OCD's screwing with me. Somehow now my OCD is worse. Well, we got some tenders. I didn't have any chicken wings from the Godfather's Express, which is alright. They got small wings they want too much for. So I overpaid for some Chester's chicken. Yeah, $7.99 for 3 tenders. But they threw the honey mustard in for free. Alright, so let's get to the interstate and let's make sure this was alright. That wasn't. I got 2 hours and 40 minutes, so let's get to the interstate and see what I can do with that. They built this huge Loves in Monmouth, Illinois, off 34. Really kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but at the same time, it was a genius spot. But it's big. It's surprisingly big for the area that it's in. So, yeah. If you ever get through Monmouth, Illinois, the Loves is actually not bad. It's not around any real big cities, and it's not off any real interstates. So it's not hood ratted out nor trashed. So it's actually, it's not bad. So let's get to the interstate. So we rolled out of Monmouth, and it was just a real solid ride over to Bloomington. Not too far, an hour and a half maybe. I don't know, I'd have to look. But it was a nice, quiet ride, and just kind of enjoyed it, made it there, and it was not bad. So it's about 15 after 7 right now. Made it here at Bloomington. Got a free spot at the TA. I went over to that Quick Trip for a minute, but that was a little weird, so I didn't do it. Everything over there parking related is all downhill. Got a little people wondering when I'm walking around with a can of pee, but it's actually diesel fuel. It's got stuff floating in it. If you look, you can kind of see the focus. You can kind of see the stuff floating in it. So I disposed of this improperly, and we're gonna go inside and just check it out. It's Bloomington, used to be an old 76. Tried to do a video here a while back. There just wasn't anything to see. I mean, other than the traditional 76 light pole over there. My routing was a little different than I normally. I was gonna go down out of Sioux City and go across 20 all the way to the 380, down to 80, go past the Iowa 80. Then, you know, go through Davenport and down 74. I realized I'd be hitting Iowa City and all that all around rush hour. And there was just a part of me that just snapped. I was like, I just can't do this today. So I went and went down 35 to Des Moines. Went 2 exits over to 65 South, got on the 163, took that all the way to 34, 34 all the way over to 74, and now we're here. And it was much, much more relaxing. Albeit a couple extra miles and a little slower, but truthfully, not dealing with rush hour in Iowa City is worth that. It's actually a beautiful night tonight. I guess there's supposed to be a meteor shower tonight. Red was telling me that there was going to be one tonight around, between 1 and 3 in the morning. I'm not staying up for that. Well, went into the truck stop. The restaurant's closed up for good this time, I think. At least there wasn't a sign on there saying, wait, something exciting's coming, which usually means a Burger King. But check out our various and plentiful food options, which they had a sign, which was a warmer with about 6 things in it that were all expired. Good times. At least this truck stop isn't busy. You could run the gauntlet. Yeah, I was getting ready to pay for a spot, but I got me a free one. So I'm liking that. So that's better. So with that, I think I'm gonna pack it in for tonight. I got some paperwork and stuff I gotta do and pull some video. Pulling B-roll for these things is a whole lot harder than people think. I mean, one of these days I'll have to do a video on how to do a YouTube video, because this is a whole lot different than a lot of people seem to think. So it gets a little crazy. So I guess we'll catch you in the morning. So it's the next morning. It's about 10 after 5. Yeah, about 10 after 5. So we're gonna go get my coffee and figure out a timetable here. This is one of those instances where the time change will really work to our benefit here, honestly. So, doesn't really do it justice, but it's a pretty clear night. Skies are actually really clear. Almost makes me wish I could have been up. You probably could have seen that meteor shower last night here. They cleared up. It is crystal clear. This is the kind of night I like. So, but it's morning, so let's get our coffee and let's get going. Running around doing my pre-trip here. Forgot to turn the lights on. Walking around looking at this, realizing something smells an awful lot like piss, and then I realized that truck next to me, that US Express driver, dumped a whole bottle right next to my step. So I got that going for me now. That kind of crap gets really old fast. Well, looks good. Fifth wheel check. I drained the fuel bowl yesterday, so we'll see if that comes back. Not for now though, but I think the sensor's dead. Stop and wash my windows, but between the dirty mop water in those buckets and those squeegees that are completely destroyed, not to mention that these windshields are hard to clean, it was just a loser. But it's still cleaner than it was, so I'll have to muddle with that. So let's get on the road. I'm not gonna lie, I long for a two-piece windshield. They were just better. Look at that. It's gonna be an awesome morning. So what the plan is we're gonna get all the way over through Champaign to Oakwood. And I'm gonna get cleaned up, top off the trailer and all that, kill about 45 minutes. The hour change, because we're going into Eastern time, is gonna work for us. So right now I'm gonna be there about 8 o'clock, about 8:30 local time, 9:30 local time, throw in the 45 minutes, be about 9:30, 10 o'clock. That'll beat that means rush hour will be over in Indianapolis. But truthfully, if you get through Illinois has been under so much road construction. Oh goody, water and fuel came back. Illinois has been under so much road construction lately that if I can do it at night, I just do it at night. So let's get over to Oakwood, which is about another 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll be there about 7 o'clock. Got to get through Champaign. Now going through Champaign with all the road construction there at the it's a 74, 72, and 57 interchanges. It's just a nightmare. They're doing all of that. So got to get through there, and the cops have been watching it bad. So let's get through there, and we'll see you in Oakwood. Well, we're here in Oakwood. Everybody's just camping out. I got to get reefer fuel, but I don't think I can pull up far enough. So I guess I'll try to wash these windows once again. Who knows? It could work. Well, I'd like to say that's better, but deep down, I know it's not. You can't really see it, but they've got lines in the street. Well, you can kind of see one there. Yeah, it's crap. So we got done with that. Go get cleaned up, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Do about 35 minutes here or so, and that should be enough. We're roughly about 110, 115 miles out, so roughly 2 hours. So, see you in a minute. Well, we're done. The sun's out. Usually you stop around 7 in the morning. You let the sun get a little higher than your visor. It helps. So let's see how far out we are. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee, and then we'll get going. All right, you can see here we are 1 hour and 58 minutes out, 118 miles. We got to get to the east side of Indy. It's 8:40 there right now, so by the time we get to the loop, it'll be about 9:40 their time, close to 10 o'clock. So we're right on it. So let's get going. So we rolled out, and it was a surprisingly nice drive into Indiana. Even with all the road construction, it just went swimmingly. I just stayed at the speed limit and just let everybody pass me by, and even into Indy, despite everything, gravy. It was just a beautiful drive all the way in. Rush hour was over, so we made it all the way in just easy peasy. Well, we made it, but they went to everything automated, and now it takes literally seven times as long. They cut it down from basically 2 lanes to 1, and everything's done through that call box up there. So everybody in the office acts like it's not my job. So when they had somebody in the guard shack over there, you could actually move through here in a timely manner. Those days are gone. So I guess we're gonna be here. I'll get a half-hour break here. I know that. So I guess let's see. We've started the clock here. Let's see how long it takes. Well, that took 12 minutes. So let's get this dropped, get our paperwork dropped, and we will we'll get out of here. So we made it. We got delivered. We got our empty picked up. And I got my next load. Not too bad, really. Didn't take me nearly as long to get out as it did the last time. I just finally had to call them on the phone and tell them, I was like, look, people, we're stacking up out here. You've got to let us out. Yeah. So 12 minutes is actually faster than I've been able to get through there before, so I'm happy about that. But just a fun trip. This was one of those trips to where I actually just did the back roads, didn't add hardly any extra miles, added a little extra time though. But I'll tell you what, just sometimes I just was thinking about when I'd be in Iowa City and Davenport and what time all this was going to kick off. I just didn't even want to deal with it. It's such a clown show in the afternoons from about 2:30, 3 o'clock to about 5 o'clock. And I was going to be on that whole stretch then. And I just didn't want to do it. I'm not even going to lie. I just didn't want to do it. And, yeah. So I basically kept my exposure on the interstate to a minimum, and had a couple stoplights here and there, but had a really nice, quiet drive at 60, 65 miles an hour the whole way. And you know what? That ain't bad. And sometimes you just want a little bit of quiet. That's just all there is to it. Sometimes you just need a little bit of quiet, and you want the trip to go, well, quiet. There's no need to be fighting on the interstate. You know, I leave that for all the guys following their GPS who don't know where they're going or what they're doing, because, well, these guys are creating, they're a menace anyways. And damn roundabouts. I hate roundabouts. But I just leave that for the young bucks who want to sit there and fight with everybody on the damn interstate. So, not me. So I appreciate it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Just like I said, short trip, Sioux Falls to Indianapolis, and hey, it was fun. So now head over to the west side of Indy, pick up my load, and head back to Wisconsin. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep it straight out there, and we'll see you next video.